Will the Senate please come to order? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Aquino, Senator Awa,
Excused?
Senator Chang, Senator DeCoit, Senator DeCourt,
Here.
Senator Dela Cruz, Senator Elefante,
Here.
Senator Favela, Senator Fukunaga, Senator Gabbard, Senator Hashimoto, Senator Inoue,
Present.
Senator Kanuha, Senator Keoho Kalole, Senator Kidani, Senator Kim, Senator Kochi,
Excused?
Senator Lee,
Excused?
Senator McKelvey,
Aye.
Senator Moriwaki,
Present.
Senator Rhodes, Senator Richards,
Here.
Senator San Buenaventura, Senator Wakai. Mr. President,
Present.
23 present, 2 excused.
The chair
I'm
has
sorry,
read.
excuse me, I'm so sorry. 22 present, 3 excused.
Thank you. The chair has read the journal of the preceding day and approves the same. Are there any introductions this morning? Senator Hashimoto.
Thank you, Mr. President. Here, I think it's on. Thank you, Mr. President. In the gallery today, we have somebody that we honored this past week. We have Ethan Yang from Kaiser High School, who's supporting his fellow Youth Senate delegate. So, and my staffer, Tori Nakata, can you stand and be recognized. Welcome to the Senate.
Any other introductions? If not, Senator Kidani.
Thank you, Mr. President. Today is our 5th and final celebration of Education Week 2025, and I am excited to recognize the top teams of the annual Life Smarts Consumer Education Competition. Life Smarts is a game show-style contest which tests students on their knowledge of personal finance, health and safety, the environment, technology, and consumer rights and responsibilities. The Life Smarts program, run by the National Consumers League, is sponsored in Hawaii by the Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs, Business, Registration, and Insurance Division in partnership with the Hawaii Credit Union League. On behalf of Senate President, I would like to introduce the honorees who reside in District 10. 3 Oahu schools took top honors in the 21 annual statewide competition, and 2 teams are joining us here today. In the statewide final hosted at the Neil Blaisdell Center in Honolulu, Iolani School emerged victorious. Please join me in congratulating the deserving students of the Iolani School team on their first place victory at the annual Life Smarts Consumer Education Competition. Joining us on the floor is Jeremy Choi. Please stand. And in that gallery is Coach Kit Yu Wong, Ryan Chan, Tyler Hijarita, Cade McDewitt, and team captain Kevin Fleming, who was unfortunately unable to join us today. Thank you. I now yield the floor to Senator Chang.
Mahalo, Senator Kidani. As a proud Iolani alum, I would also like to add my congratulations to the Iolani team. I also have the tremendous honor of recognizing the 2nd place winner of the 2025 Life Smarts competition, Kalani High School in beautiful District 9. Please join me in congratulating the deserving students of the Kalani High School team on their 2nd place victory at the annual Life Smarts Consumer Education Competition. Joining us on the floor is Koki Oda. Please rise. And in the gallery are Leala Florendo and Coach Susan Hori. Unable to join us today are team members Jolyn Chen, Eileen Kang, and team captain Jiaorong He. Congratulations, Kalani High School. I now yield the floor to Senator Hashimoto.
Thank you, Senator Chang. The next honoree I have the honor of recognizing is the 2025 Senate Youth Delegate, Wilson Chow. So Wilson, please stand. The Youth Senate program is sponsored by the Hearst Foundation, and it's actually fitting that we have a Maui delegate who attended this year, because I actually attended this program 20 years ago when I was a senior in high school. So to come full circle and see Wilson here 20 years later, it's a great honor. Wilson is a senior from Maui High School and also serves as a student body president and is a key leader in student advocacy and civic engagement, playing a role in shaping school initiatives and fostering community engagement. His passion for service extends beyond just his school campus, where he advocates for youth mental health and environmental sustainability as an ambassador for My Life, Just Listen, and Pledge to Our Keiki. He also served as an intern in my office and for U.S. Senator Schatz. Thank you and congratulations, Wilson, for all that you do for our community. I now yield the floor to Senator Aquino.
Mahalo, Senator Hashimoto. Representing my district, I congratulate Waipahu High School for winning 3rd and 4th place in the Life Smarts competition. Although they were unable to join us on the floor today, I am proud to recognize their dedication. Please join me in congratulating the deserving students of the team who placed 3rd, coached by Cindy Takara, Jericho Ray Augustin, Jordan Mendoza, Caleb Daggio, Marianne McCann, and team captain Aaron James Santa Cruz, as well as congratulating the deserving students of the team that placed 4th, Angelina Alcantara Pau, Keisha Le Arellano, Ava Gianna Hills, Jaslyn Rosal, and team captain Kyle Baldovi. Congratulations, Waipahu High School. I now yield the floor to Senate Vice President.
Thank you, Senator Aquino. Colleagues, as we conclude our 5th and final day of Education Week, I would like to thank the many hands who have contributed to making this week's program a great success. It has truly been a joy to celebrate with all of you as we recognize our deserving honorees, and to our dedicated staff, support offices, and community partners. Education Week cannot happen without all of the time and effort in coordinating this year's festivities, so thank you. I also appreciate the support of administrators, staff, parents, and community members whose efforts empower our teachers and students to reach their full potential. Thank you also to my staff for their hard working and their assistance in helping me make this year's 2025 Education Week a success. My committee clerk, Lisa Barnett, Office Manager, Denisha Honda, Legislative Aides, Sean Earing, Shaylin May Elgio, and Rihanna Ramos. Can we give them a round of applause, please? Thank you, staff, for all you do. As chair of the Senate Committee on Education, I am especially proud to recognize the accomplishments of our students as they make progress in their academic journey, continuing to reach far greater heights. They may well be sitting in our seats someday. Mahalo, Senate President. I now yield the floor.
Thank you, Senator Kidani. If there are no objections from the members, we will take a short recess for the purpose of meeting our honored guests. But before I do that, I want to, Madam Clerk, please note the presence of Senator Awa. Recess, subject to the call of the chair. Will the Senate please come to order? Madam Clerk.
Governor's message number 741 withdraws a nomination to the Circuit Court of the Third Circuit.
File.
On page 2, Governor's message numbers 742 to 744 transmit nominations to various boards and commissions.
Governor's message numbers 742 to 744 are referred in accordance with referrals on the order of the day.
Beginning on page 3, Standing Committee Report numbers 1210 to 1349 for adoption.
Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Reports numbers 1210 to 1349.
Senator DeCarlo.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Any objections? If not, the motion is carried.
On page 17, Advise and Consent.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking advice and consent on consent.
Standing Committee Report number 1208 on Governor's Message number 644, Stephen Logan, gubernatorial nominee as Adjutant General, Department of Defense, for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Go ahead. Senator Elefante, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
thank you, Mr. President.
You look different from this point of
Oh,
view.
yes, thank you. I know I can get passed for other senators, too. Mr. President, I'd like to voice my support for GM 644 for Major General Stephen Logan on the position of Adjutant General for the State of Hawaii Department of Defense. Major General Logan graduated from Chaminade University of Honolulu with an emphasis in criminal justice and received a master's degree from the U.S. Army War College with a focus on strategic studies. Mr. Logan began his career at the City and County of Honolulu as a patrol officer and rising to the ranks of lieutenant for 22 years. In addition, Major General Logan has ascended through the ranks within the Department of Defense, serving in various capacities, such as Commander, 103rd Troop Command, Deputy Infantry Brigade Combat Team Commander, State Army Aviation Officer, Brigade Commander, Deputy United States Property and Fiscal Officer for Hawai'i, Command Administrative Officer, Chief of Staff, Assistant Adjutant General, Deputy Adjutant General, and in his current role as the Adjutant General, or also known as the TAG. His long-standing history of military experience speaks volumes towards his character and expertise as a collaborative leader. Mr. Logan's wealth of well-rounded knowledge of disaster management, fiscal responsibility, and logistical analysis make Major General Logan exceptionally qualified for the role of Adjutant General for the state of Hawaii. After reviewing testimony in unanimous support from the Committee on Public Safety and Military Affairs, your committee recommends to advise and consent for Major General Logan to be confirmed as the Adjutant General for the state of Hawaii. Thank you, Mr. President.
Is there any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent?
23,
Are there any reservations? Any no votes?
23 ayes.
Stephen Logan has been confirmed as the Adjutant General of the Department of Defense. Senator Elefante.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to recognize the state of Hawaii's newly appointed Adjutant General, Stephen Logan. If you can please stand. And if I may, Mr. President, he's also accompanied by his wife, Darcy Logan. If you can please stand and recognize. And if you... His daughter, Naya Logan, and her partner, Nui Gur. His brother, HPD Chief Joe Logan. His father-in-law, Major Robert Imose. His brother-in-law, Darrow Imose. And his wife, Sue Imose. And close friends, Jay and Bernie Yano. We also have former Major General, Adjutant General, now retired, Ken S. Hara, and his wife, Myung. If you could please stand. And then also, yes, let's give them a hand. And also here is from, if you are, we also have Brigadier General Mallory, Brigadier General Ross, Colonel Hogston, Colonel Nagatani, Colonel Collins, Colonel Inigo, Command Sergeant Major Kunale, Lieutenant Colonel Boone, Lieutenant Colonel Tudo, and then we have Brigadier General Sills, and then we just announced Major General Hara, and anyone here from the Hawaii Army National Guard or Department of Defense, if you could please stand to be recognized. Thank you, Mr. President.
Before I go on, I wanted to recognize, I think I recognize a former longtime friend, Robert Imosi. Could you stand if that's you? Thank you. Welcome. Madam Clerk?
Standing Committee Report number 1209 on Governor's Message number 645, Mike Lambert, gubernatorial nominee as Director for the Department of Law Enforcement, for adoption.
Is there any discussion? Senator Elefante.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'd like to voice my support for GM 645, Major Mike Lambert, on the position of the Director of the Department of Law Enforcement. Mr. Lambert is a graduate of the University of Hawai'i, West Oahu, majoring in public administration with a concentration in justice administration. After graduation, Mr. Lambert started his law enforcement career with the Honolulu Police Department, rising up the ranks from patrol officer to major. Mr. Lambert's long history over 2 decades of outstanding dedication and leadership demonstrates his ability to perform in the role of Director for the Department of Law Enforcement with excellence and commitment. After reviewing his testimony in unanimous support, the Committee on Public Safety and Military Affairs recommends to advise and consent for Major Mike Lambert to be confirmed as the Director of Law Enforcement for the state of Hawaii. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Senator Moriwaki.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise in strong support of Mike Lambert as Director of the Department. I first started working with Major Lambert when the homeless problem was rampant in my district, with blue tarps everywhere, Kaka'ako, Waikiki, Macaulay. Today, while we still have homeless in our district, no more large encampments. I credit Major Lambert's leadership, commitment to public safety and public service, and his knowledge and experience in bringing people and agencies together for bringing down those numbers. He brought us Honu, the city police department, at the helm of providing temporary shelters where homeless can get a shower and connect to services and housing. And he took that knowledge to train officers in crisis intervention and work to give them the support from government and community and community agencies like Institute for Human Services and the Hawaii Health and Harm Reduction Center. They moved homeless to better places. Another example of his get-it-done leadership in action and his impact is commander of Narcotics Vice Division. He again demonstrated leadership and commitment to end an after-hours club that had been operating gambling, drugs, and prostitution in our district for years, unable to be broken. In a few months of Mike being assigned to the division, the clubhouse was taken down. Colleagues, Major Lambert will be a valuable addition to our state's public safety program. I wholeheartedly endorse his his appointment. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Senator Favela.
Thank you, Senate President. Also, GM 645, I stand in strong support. I had the privilege in working with Major Lambert in our community, District 8, especially on the west side. When he came into the community, we had plenty of problems. We still have problems in our districts. But one of them was our game rooms. And, you know, I didn't want him to be head of law enforcement, and he knows, not because I don't like him. I think that we're going to be losing a great officer in District 8 that had a lot of momentum in going not only with the gambling, but with the houses community and just trying to get more crime off the streets. I guess you can say that. But I have confidence in him that he's going to continue the great works that he's doing, that he did with HPD and doing that with the law enforcement department. I was a big supporter of the law enforcement because we needed to have, not to take over HPD, but to have another force to help assist with our issues that we're having all around the state. So with his addition to having a background of being an HPD officer, I know a lot of people saying that they never liked HPD be part of law enforcement, shared that with him, but having a background in law enforcement and the great things that he did in our communities, all of our communities, Senator Moriwaki said, I think we have confidence in him that he's going to do a great job, and I support his efforts all the way. Thank you, Senator.
Any further? Senator DeCart.
Senate President and colleagues, I'm honored to support the nomination of Mike Lambert. On the Waianae Coast, he has been instrumental when it comes to HPD in helping us with boots on the ground efforts. It was his efforts that led the crackdown on major game rooms on the Waianae Coast. We went from 25 game rooms to 9 game rooms within the matter of 9 months, which is incredibly impressive. So he has been a man not just of integrity, but somebody who will put actions behind his words. In the short time that he has been with the Department of Law Enforcement, he has assured us that the Department of Law Enforcement will be able to, again, be boots on the grounds when it comes to helping us to crack down on ag crimes and especially extra enforcement in our schools. And so I'm very excited about this nomination. I'm excited to work with him and the Department of Law Enforcement, in addition to HPD, to help us to bring the enforcement that we need on the Waianae Coast. As everyone knows, we are lacking enforcement. So I'm excited for his ambition, his passion, and also his team with Deputy Director Jared Radula, and just an amazing fleet of just incredible men that are willing to put their boots to the ground and put their actions on the Waianae Coast to help us in that effort. So I just wanted to extend my appreciation, my congratulations, and thank you, Mike Lambert and his family, for saying yes to this. Mahalo. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Senator Richards.
Yes, just quickly, Mr. President. I too stand in strong support for GM 645 for Mike Lambert. Mike came out of the blocks hard and quick when it comes to the agricultural crimes and going after that. We as a body are pushing hard towards supporting agriculture by enforcing the laws that govern the function of agriculture and specifically protecting agriculture. Mr. Lambert came out in strong support, and I've met with him several times, and I really look forward to working with he and his entire staff as we go forward.
Thank you. Any further discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Are there any reservations? Any no votes?
22 ayes.
Mike Lambert has been confirmed as the Director of the Department of Law Enforcement. Senator Elefante.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'd like to recognize our newly appointed Director of Law Enforcement, Director Mike Lambert. Joining Director Lambert is his fiancée, Nohea Westcott, his parents, John and Gay Ann Lambert, his sister, Deputy Director Katie Lambert from DHHL. If you're part of the Lambert Ohana, if you could please stand so that you could all be recognized. In addition, we also have members of the Department of Law Enforcement, Deputy Director Jared Radula, Brandon Atsuka, Kathy Moriyama, Kathy Sue, and if you are a member of any law enforcement agency, including the Honolulu Police Department, because we're thankful that they got trained at the county and are now here in our state, could you please stand to be recognized? Thank you, Mr. President.
Members, there are only a few remaining items on our agenda this morning, so if there are no objections, we will finish the rest of our business. Then upon adjournment, the Sergeant at Arms will escort the newly confirmed appointees to the floor so that the Senate can congratulate them and take pictures with them and their guests. Madam Clerk.
On page 17, third reading.
If there are no objections from the members, we will be taking third reading on consent.
Third reading of House Bill 991, Senate Draft 1, relating to criminal history record checks.
Is there any discussion? If not, do we have unanimous consent? Are there any reservations? Any no votes?
22 ayes.
House Bill 991, HT1, SD1 passes third reading.
Referrals and re-referrals.
Referrals and referrals are made in accordance with the order of the day and any supplemental orders of the day that may be filed later today.
No further business, Mr. President.
Are there any announcements today? Senator Keokolole.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the gallery, joining us today are two very special and influential constituents of mine, and I'd like them to rise and be recognized and introduced in the Senate. They are Emma Keokolole and Lennox Keokolole, my kids who are on spring break. Come on, stand up.
Any further announcements? Senator San Buenaventura.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I just want to remind you that from March 31st to April 4th, we are going to do our annual YWCA clothing drive, and we encourage everyone to start collecting and to donate new or gently used professional attire to support individuals in need as they enter the workforce. Donations can be dropped off at my office at 213 or hopefully more at room 404, Representative Takayama's office. Mahalo for your support. Please start collecting.
Senator Gabbard.
Mr. President, colleagues, staff, and guests, I have a personal letter from Representative Gene Ward that he has asked me to read. Aloha mai kako. This morning, a letter of resignation was tendered to Madam Speaker. I will resign from my seat in the House of Representatives effective at the end of this month. As you know, over the past few months, I've experienced several health setbacks, including anemia and sciatica. Recently, I was diagnosed with pneumonia. The recovery from various health issues has been a slow and painful process. Despite the many efforts of medical professionals, my recovery has been much slower and more painful in the last few weeks. In light of the recent pneumonia diagnosis, I found myself at a difficult crossroad to decide my future as a member of the Hawaii State Legislature. Having served the great people of East Honolulu for nearly 27 years, it is with a heavy heart that I've decided to step away from my role in what I have always considered the People's House. Embedded in the preamble of our state constitution, which we have all sworn to uphold, it states that, quote, we reaffirm our belief in a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, unquote. Remember that the seat you now sit in is not your own, but the people's. Advocate for your constituents' concerns with the passion and humility they deserve. It has been the utmost privilege to serve the great people of Hawaii Kai, Kalama Valley, and Portlock. I wish you all well continuing to serve the people of Hawaii. With the warmest aloha, your friend and colleague, Gene Ward. Let's give him a hand.
Are there any further announcements today? If not, Senator
Mr. President?
I'm sorry. Senator Kanuhura.
Point of personal privilege.
Proceed.
Members and guests, can we all recognize and mahalo Senate Vice President and her staff for putting on an amazing Education Week.
Senator Wakai.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. Monday, March 24th.
Senator DeCart.
Mr. President, I second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded. If there are no objections from the members, the Senate will stand adjourned until 11:30 a.m. Monday, March 24th.